for DRX. I'm now joined by their head coach Termi and Jen to do some translations as well. Now, Termi, there's always obviously a risk to pick a map where your opponent has never showed what they play, how they play. When you saw the composition that they were running, what was your first reactions, and did you think that that was something you could have maybe prepared for?
그동안 보여주지 않은 맵을 고른다는 건 좀 어느 정도 위험 요소가 있는 일이잖아요. 그 푸나틱의 어비스 조합을 봤을 때 어떤 생각이 드셨는지, 그리고 좀 대처 가능하겠다, 준비가 가능했겠다 싶었던 부분이 있었을까요?
푸나틱이 엄청 잘하는 팀이지만 제 아무리 푸나틱이어도 대회에서 한 번도 안 했다는 것은 좀 현장에서 경험 미스로 인한 좀 실수들이 나올 수 있다고 판단을 했고요. 어떤 조합이 나와도 이길 수 있다는 좀 자신도 있었고, 조합도 사실 스크림에서 많이 겪어봤던 조합이라 저희끼리 얘기를 잘 해서 크게 당황하지 않고 이겼던 것 같습니다.
Fnatic are a really strong team, but given that they've never played this map before on stage, it means that there's a possibility that they don't have enough reps in the officials, so there could be a lot of mistakes from their side as well. And we're super confident that no matter what comps that they pull out, what strats that they pull out, we can beat them on this map. That's how strong we are on Abyss.
Yeah, you guys looked very strong. Thank you very much, Coach Termi and Jen as well. Best of luck on map 2.
Holy crap, that was an ending to that matchup there on Abyss. Of course, DRX walking away with the win courtesy of Buzz's buzzer beater shot right at the end, literally. But let's actually go ahead and talk about Buzz, because I think Paperthin had a really good moment where he was talking about how Buzz was always been a good jet, but he feel like here he's been a great jet. And I think the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I think he's been magnificent. He's been anchoring these sites, putting pressure onto people in the first half, doing a great job of putting up results, and then also pushing deep down mid, smoking off the turret in this round, in round 5, to put pressure on the flank and stop Fnatic from just getting into those post plans.
It was really good. Fnatic to me seemed a little bit one-dimensional on this attacking side. Their game plan was really focused on getting set up into these B post plants, but I didn't feel like they had as good a solution to mid as Gen G did earlier today. A lot of those rounds losing that space to the Buzz walk-ups, and DRX I think doing a really good job of varying those rounds where they were hard anchoring and stacking that site, where they were flood retaking, and where they were pushing down mid to not allow Fnatic to get in those posts.
You look at the post plant stats here on your screen though, and you can see the reason why Fnatic actually made a comeback. It was by winning retakes. They won 5 of those retakes.
They looked so good. When it was clicking, it looked really good.
It looked really clean, and that makes me think that Fnatic put a lot of time into what happens after the spike is down, on the attack side and the defense side. But I don't think they thought as much as DRX about how to get into those positions and how to operate around that kind of stuff.
DRX had really good ideas on their attack side, I think, to get into the sites. They had a lot of ideas pathing through mid to split into the A site with some really nice utility, especially some like Omen Paranoias coming in to split through those breakable doors. It was a super clean map here for DRX.
Fnatic could have still won though. It came down to like
100%.
one thrifty round to get DRX back into the game.
Yeah, but I really did like the way the DRX worked that map. Contrary to what we saw in the last series, this one I was absolutely floored, and I'm expecting to see more and more people play Abyss, just like the way we saw DRX play, because it seemed to have worked out pretty well. But of course, it brings us to our HyperX Reflex moment. Now, you might think that it would be the final moments there, but there's just too many good moments to pick from.
This was the round that brought DRX back into the game. Two players did absolutely everything with the Sheriffs to get them this thrifty.
You think about it, what happens if they don't hit these shots? Foxy9 with a 2K, Maka with a 3K immediately afterwards as well. Fnatic are up 11-9. They're probably going to close this game.
And then you're going into Lotus against Fnatic, down a map in the series. This was really the straw that brought DRX back in.
Yeah, this was the moment DRX needed. They needed to get some life injected back into them, and that was exactly what the doctor ordered.
And crucially, I think the rookies actually had some big moments on this map. Foxy9 in that round, a couple rounds picked up for Bane. It's clear that these guys are getting comfortable on that stage against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, no, Flashback as well. He had a few, standout moments in that one. I think like everyone in DRX contributed, and that's what you want to see, right? Getting into that form. It's going to be very scary if they can keep building upon it. But you're going to Lotus now, and this is going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, Lotus Lotus is going to be extremely tough. That's where we're expecting Fnatic to kind of gap DRX. It's just a map that they're incredible at. They're the best team in the world, I think, for my money on Lotus.
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult. I mean, we've seen subverted expectations in match 1 between the two teams that we saw there, Heretics and Gen G. Anything's possible, especially when you have players firing on all cylinders. And from, like, Buzz was getting 2Ks, 3Ks in almost all of the rounds towards the end there. He's clearly on fire. If he can make the difference, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, great point on that one. We'll talk more about map 3 in just a second. But for now, though, let's hear what Elma Putty had to say as we get ready for map 2.
I've got Fnatic's head coach Elma Putty here with me ahead of map 2. Now, Elma, it looked like that Buzz was causing you guys a lot of issues on map 1. How do you make sure you have to shut him down on map 2 before things get out of hand?
I think obviously Buzz is a good player, but we've got to make sure that we're just trading. If we have 2 players there, not getting hit by too much utility, I mean, he can't kill 2 people at once. So our players are good, they'll hit their shots, so I'm not too worried.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Let's see if Fnatic can bring it back on map 2.
Buzz is probably going to be like, watch me. I mean, with the way that he's playing, he might try and take a trip for that one, right? But of course, you know, it is going to be a difficult one. But I think, you know, if anyone can pull this through, it is certainly going to be Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic are 12 for 17 across this year on Lotus, and that's even when they've been playing.
Gracious.
In some of these slumps, it has been the best map by far for them. Boaster's defensive calling is on point. The protocols they have here, I mean, they're the team that defined the meta on this map for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that the Abyss meta is going to be defined in the same way, but we are seeing a lot of teams lean in that kind of direction with the Yoru and the Viper Astra. When I'm watching these players from DRX hop up on the stage, it makes me think as well back to last year when we were in this position, watching these 2 teams fight out, later deeper on
Like
in the
the 100th
playoffs,
time.
admittedly. Yeah, exactly. But when Fnatic got that win, I think that literally caused the changes that we saw in this roster.
That was the butterfly effect.
Yeah, I think so. These rookie players are out on the stage. I'm not sure that they would be here today if DRX had been able to overcome Fnatic last time they played and be able to make a deeper run. A top 3, a finals appearance, something like that. Surely you have that former roster stick together.
I like we got Chamber.
Dude,
That is a weird one.
Chamber's in the house, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, the composition itself is not that unusual, to be honest. And the people are going to be happy on the agents that they're playing.
I mean, they have been playing Chamber before. They were previously playing this comp with then Neon as well. Now they've changed it over to a Raze instead. So basically playing the Fnatic comp, but just that Chamber and instead the Killjoy 1-for-1.
I think, though, that Fnatic are going to be very, very comfortable playing into what they consider like common Chamber sightlines because it's somewhat predictable. There's only a few places that you can play Chamber and get good value out of the Rendezvous.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be difficult for the DRX to catch them off guard, but at least you're leaning into the raw talent.
Yeah, one strength on the attack side is having that teleport to get away. You can bait out the utility in A, go for early fights like that, but still, I think it is tough to get value out of this agent. I'm excited to see what Foxy can do, though.
Yeah, this is going to be really freaking cool. Let's go ahead and send it back over to your casters for map 2. You got Achilleos and Paper Thin yet again.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's go into this one. Fnatic expected to be favored as we go into Lotus, but DRX making some changes. The last time we'd seen them play on Lotus versus Gen G, that was that Neon breach setup. The Chamber was there, but it was not in the hands of Foxy 9.
This is going to be really, really interesting here. So I have to assume DRX switching that Viper in, wanting to take a little bit more map control, having that ability to set up Foxy 9 as the Chamber a little bit better. It's definitely going to be part of the plan. See if they can somehow, some way, take this map that I completely agree Fnatic is the best in the world at. And they are absolutely fearsome, and it looks like it's going to be quick control of Rubble for DRX. Foxy 9 with that Headhunter. Just scoping in to see if anybody's going to come through. Haunt is cleared. And Fnatic seemingly peeling off, giving a little bit of extra space. And looking to try to challenge a little bit further down the line.
Everybody from Fnatic right now, I mean, peeking out. You've got Durka watching over towards B main. You've got Alpha just jiggling over. Checking out over towards C Mountain, and there's nothing spotted, so they should have a very good idea as the pings come down that everybody from DRX is corralled and ready to attack here onto this A site. Prowler goes forward, Chronicle able to clear that one out, tries to steady the game, but Buzz able to take him down, finds the first blood. Backpedals, does get tanked down to 40. This Boaster still holding close, just the classic in hand, catches a glimpse there on the flashback, but now is at risk and will be surrounded. Boombot dropping down, Buzz obliterated as Durka able to find the kill. Mako revealed, trying to hold close, swings out, gonna be good for one more as Durka will find a second, but now flashback caught off guard. Ends up getting eliminated. The swing out, the instant headshot from Foxy9. And now suddenly Talvi all on its lonesome. 2 plays to deal with, and they are high-low setup. The Ghost finds the first one. He gets it done! Alpha gets the clutch, and Fnatic will win the pistol. What a monstrous shutdown.
He is unreal today.
11-11 remaining on the timer. Make a wish. What a clutch.
Absolutely disgusting from Alpha. So fast on this turn. Gets that kill on the Flashback. Flashback just not anticipating that there'd be one more player coming through. And you can't completely fault DRX for the way that they set that up, but nothing you can do against that. He's just better.
Alpha has the god hand here today.
No doubt about it.
Always praises rifling, but have to start working on praising his pistoling as well. But Foxy with a force up here on the Outlaw. Brought to you by Mako. And does manage to find an opening kill, so Durka going to be taken down.
Well, you can already see some of the ideas for this DRX comp to allow Foxy9 to thrive. Use that natural talent that he has. Did see that one snappy headhunter shot. Now a good outlaw shot as well. Knowing that it's going to be half armors in this anti-eco for the side of Fnatic. See if they can do any more damage.
That's 2 kills to really affect the economy here. Slow push up. Quick pull back there on the rendezvous. The inch forward so far, nothing being spotted. But they see that this connector door already broken down. Flashback just lobbing that poison orb over in towards stairs.
And you can see the ideas right now for DRX on this A site is to just be slow and methodical. Check every angle on the way in. But the retakes for Fnatic are something that time and time again, we saw it against Billy, saw it on that previous round, that they're just able to find ways to make it work. And they're going to be giving up a little bit of free space, and they're going to try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, a little bit of a potential fake there as Foxy going to be instantly rendezvousing out. Plant can come through, patiently played so far here from the side of DRX. His paranoia does get sent out, but no one in position to really try to flood in, take advantage of those potential blinds. But Poster, the distraction for the Prowler is absolutely gorgeous. Mako, not going to be able to outdo Alfia here in this position. Once again, finds his opening kill of a round over by that connector door. Now Buzz is going to be taken down. Just Flashback and Bane, the Outlaw trading hands here, getting passed around. But Flashback makes great use of both bullets, but Alpha again finds himself a 3K, Ghost in hand. Last player's there in tree.
That is unreal stuff, but Alpha is just cracked out of his mind. You know what they said, he's good with the Ghost, might as well just let him carry it over. And he gets 3 more. Yeah, 6-0. Pretty good start.
One away from a lockdown going into their bonus round.
Unbelievable.
Even with losing a weapon here in this, that is still fantastic overall for them moving forward into round 3.
I think a lot of people were reacting very similarly after that one.
Sure.
All happened in the blink of an eye.
See though, change-ups here. This is Mako after the force. The economy is kind of feeling the after effects of that Outlaw purchase. It's going to be down to a Marshall here. There's Nate up over the top. Foxy, see if he gets anything to peek out. Oh my God, man, he is on one today. And Durka the first to fall once more.
Well, let's see if they can convert these opening kills into a round win. Use that blast pack. Oh, got shot out.
Yeah, they clear it out, so not going to be able to get that clear, and it would have been a high value one as well. Nano and Alarm Bot both stacked in on top of each other.
Yeah, you would have loved to have had that. Make it a little harder for Fnatic to get a read. Poster, though, pushed pretty far forward, trying to spam down to challenge this entry by DRX, but Toxic Screen goes up, and the rest of DRX beginning to flood through, except for Mako. On a bit of a lurk with that Ghost. But this is taking so long.
Shoulder going to be spotted, but Bosa down to 10 HP. Decent return fire there from the side of Bane. And the pivot to B might end up getting called here.
Yep.
Alfia, though, on a deep line, gets the headshot, but Mako gets the double tap. Alfia on the floor. Mako potentially could go recover that weapon, but looks like he doesn't want to be disconnected from the rest of the team for too long, so we'll just go ahead and watch from main here at B site.
A nasty crossfire set up. between Flashback and Foxy9 to try to account for these A lurkers. I mean, this round should be done and dusted.
Yeah, I mean, the save call has already been made.
Yeah,
if you didn't have Boaster at 10 HP, maybe you try to go for a play here.
Sure.
Or at least poke and prod around the outskirts of the site, but ultimately Fnatic just have to allow for this anti-bonus to come through here for DRX, and they're going to be able to get it done in flawless fashion. Mako, he can sprint over, and he can pick up that weapon, whatever weapon Alfier had.
Absolutely. Get a Bulldog.
We'll find out here in a moment. But for now, Spike will go away, and there you go. Bulldog in hand, as you said. A nice upgrade and a very nice round here on the attack for DRX to get themselves that first win on Lotus.
Yeah, this is so interesting so far from DRX because it's very slow. And it's very just, okay, check every angle, go for those initial trades, try to just win gun battles off the back of Foxy9's chamber, and is going relatively well in those situations. It's just the post plants that are going to be a little bit tricky. You have some util to work with, but there's a lot to clear. And you could see in some of the previous rounds, we used the Prowler to clear out that Outlaw initially to set Boaster up for that kill in the anti-eco that allowed Alfier to kind of get in and do his thing. Have that lockdown available. Foxy9, same angle, getting spammed down, getting prowlered, but nobody on Fnatic. Gonna show their head this time around. Giving that chamber a little bit more room to work with. DRX just ultra patient right now. Trying to create a lot of noise. Different parts of the map. Even though Spike very much still in spawn, so this is all just a diversion, but man, you've got so much space here as Derek. You've got mountain control, you've got rubble control. You can really do a lot.
Blast back this time. It goes off, but it's not going to find anything. Reposition from the side of Alfier, denying away that potential pick. Alarmbot even shifted very deep into the seaside.
Well, now the danger pings are coming down from Fnatic towards Mound. I think they've got a potential decent read that this might happen, but
out of charges.
Smoke on a waterfall.
Smokes are coming through. Paranoia is not going to hit anything.
They're going to start rotating back, but there's a timing lockdown. Sent in pretty deep, though. Plant can come through, but that's likely going to still lead to somebody being detained as they try to clear it out. Pain Shell going to be lobbed in, and the lockdown gets destroyed. Foxy on the linger, finding Chronicle. Hero dead, and suddenly DRX in full control of this round. I think that once again, this is going to have to be a save call from the side of Fnatic, and another flawless from DRX.
Well, now you've got Foxy9, who's already taking a bit of space. See if he's going to want to try to push any further to try to challenge some of these players. Got the cash to do so now.
That's up being made, but it's out of range here, so Foxy not going to be able to hear those. This peeks in around the back and looks like widely. These two players from Fnatic will be able to hold on to their weapons, but DRX are going to be tying things up and maintaining just everything. Their economy starting to get built up.
They were given just enough space that you could get those paint shells deep enough to clear that lockdown. That caught Fnatic off guard. And instantly, two players got taken down.
Foxy pushing on the swing, and okay. Flawless not going to be found. Durka does manage to find that kill. And punishing the lurk, but otherwise not much going to be given over. Durka still a couple charges away from having that showstopper online as we take a look back at this. Clean take from Buzz, just pushing forward, finding the kill. The paint shell lob perfectly in to go ahead and find the destruction.
Unbelievable play from Buzz. And Foxy there on the other side, still doing the KO maneuver. No KO in play this time, but
I think they might just be flexing.
They could be. You might be right. But it looks like when KO pops his no command.
It does.
Yeah. Maybe he's also flexing.
Foxy again, quick little peek. I know that the op is in play as he sends out a shot, just looking for a timing hit. Once again, DRX working their way over towards C.
This time really quiet, trying to see if they can.
Blast pack should be deep enough to find one. The alarm bot and that second nano right at Bend is still going to be available.
Bring them down.
Oh, they could.
Prowler on the hunt. Chronicle desperately trying to dump out his util. Buzz able to find Hero, and Chronicle does manage to stand his ground, and now Alpha strikes. Swinging in when they least expect. Flashback gets taken down. It's a man advantage here for the side of Fnatic.
To worry about that op from Foxy9. He's getting deep with it.
Oh
my.
Almost finds the hit there as well. A little bit of spray onto Chronicle as blast pack from Durka interrupts the plant. Some time going to be bought, allows for Boaster now to get into position to try to go for this retake. Mako, fake TP. Sliding back. Swaps over for the smoke, and oh, Foxy hits the headshot. Paranoia dissipates. Mako able to find one, but wallbang shot comes in. Mako dead. Foxy gone. Bane all alone. No health remaining on Chronicle, but has to get through Alphia. Potentially first here. As they look to play together, the smoke gone away. The util drained. The head spotted. Snappy with it is Bane. Here's the footsteps and know that he's here on this spike. Swings out, and Alpha just trying desperately to stick it up the half. It's going to be a Red Bull clutch as Bane gets DRX a lead 3-2.
Wow, these entries for DRX are really well thought out. Yeah, they used the blast pack to clear a little bit of utility. And then they used the Prowler into the Paranoia to set Buzz up around the corner. Even though Chronicle holds this down really efficiently with Alpha. Alpha steps up and starts doing damage, but they're able to finally get that plant through. Foxy Knight hits another crazy good shot. He is clearly fired up to be playing that chamber. And DRX fired up, find another round win. 3 in a row for them.
And ults abound. Showstopper online for the side of Fnatic, but that's all they have. There's not much on the horizon either. Still a world away, but Nightfall tour de force in case Foxy should lose this operator, should lose his money.
This could be the start of another cycle for DRX. They can maybe use the Showstopper or the Nightfall in this round and still get the win. Only use one of them. Save the next one for the next round. You know, Foxy gonna hang on to that op as long as he can, but tour de force always in the back pocket. Save a little bit of extra cash, but back over to this A clear. And they just take their time. Watching. They know that Fnatic is generally playing kind of further back. So Nightfall, I think, might connect.
Nope, doesn't go deep enough to find that. But it's still the rocket connecting, and now the Haunt getting the reveal. Dirk gonna try to clear. Drop back here from Buzz, not wanting to have another boom bot go off in his face. Backpedals and flashback. Joins in. Showstopper gonna be drawn out. Rocket sent in. Flashback. Destroyed, but a quick TP away, dodging that shot. Foxy keeps himself alive. Chain shell sent. Boaster on the drop down into the smoke. Able to find Buzz. There's a couple Sheriff shots here. Gonna be going wide. Alpha with that rifle, able to find one. Boaster taps here onto the spike, but the players are just so very low. Boaster trying to fight back, finds Foxy 9. The hold to half coming through. Bane waiting this one out. The Haunt gonna be cleared.
What's another death?
Boaster knowing that he needs to get this kill. Just trying to bait him in, but Bane just playing around here as the Prowler goes on the hunt. Boaster having to backpedal. He will make it out alive, but cannot find the clutch. DRX now up 4-2.
And back-to-back phenomenal clutches for Bane. He has done a great job of playing for time, not giving anything up, going for those jiggle peaks when he needs to. And in those scenarios, he has been brilliant. Buzz off the back of the Nightfall. Has the extra space that he needs. Durka counters with one of his own. And Fnatic, you know, investing that ult in a crucial moment. Like you said, they're decently far away from a couple more coming in the cycle. So that was a pretty big gamble there. That doesn't pay off for them. Yeah, you get a couple ults out of DRX as well, but you know, they've got a few more to fall back on. They've got that tour de force from Foxy 9. You know, both Omens have their TPs for sure. We've already seen on Abyss, you know, some creative use of it. Mako has at times gone for some ones that have left you scratching your head as well, but for the most part, they've got some decent ideas.
We'll see what the adjustments look like here, though, for Fnatic. DRX still in a very good position to try to scoop up some more rounds. But as we saw from Abyss, can't necessarily follow the path that the, you know, the script that the economy is telling us.
There is no script with these two teams.
Many thrifties found. We know that that can certainly happen here on Lotus.
Just think about what happened the last time they met at Champs. It was a 13-2 for DRX. I go and interview Mini, and he's like, well, what are you going to do after that? And I just both start laughing. That's where that kind of, you know, thing comes from. The teams can bounce back after getting blown out so much.
And I mentioned thrifties, and that's what we might be looking at. Fnatic cannot really put their foot down here in this round. Big investments, the Operator, the Odin here in play. Dirk are going to be scooping this one up yet again. Foxy, tour de force going to be popped, but that's over towards the A side of the map.
There.
Nice one-way all ready to clear that angle. Foxy there, dealing with some of the util coming his way. continues to just fan out, taking this door. I kind of wonder if at some point there might be a bit of a paranoia and a push through that door with the Odin or something like that, or just spam it down because DRX has love.
Oh, they're right on the edge here.
God.
Quite a bit of damage. Mako going to be wheeled away at down to 30. Very rough way to start things off here on the push. Chronicle setting up a fight, but as he does, Buzz strikes. Now they know that Boaster's in this position. He's been revealed and he's been flushed out. They say paranoia be damned. We're not letting you get away. Buzz down to 8. Paint Shell's just over towards drop. Haunt gets the reveal. They know that he's still playing up top. But that's 3 players on the side of the DRX whose HP bars are completely and utterly shattered. Not even a full HP bar between the 3 of them. A lot more pressure here on Foxy and Flashback, but Fnatic, they're not even going to try for it.
And giving up this A rubble space is working so well for DRX because they're just creeping their way forward. They're just tiptoeing ahead, step for step. They're checking every angle. They're being so diligent. And a lot of times it's Foxy9 leading the way. Yeah, sure, Buzz might, leap ahead, but Foxy9's been so clean, Zerka's going to take him down, but he had the tour de force, so meh.
Yeah, I mean, he did pick up the Odin, so they're not going to be carrying that one forward into the next round, but they still have a ton of money.
Yeah.
These 2 players, however, very much at risk, as Alpha will be able to clean things up.
That's less.
It's going to help him cycle. Yeah, he's one away from that next lockdown, so that's certainly not who they would have liked to have given those kills over to. Yeah. DRX still up by 3.
That puts Alpha up to 11-4. He's got the op now. See if they keep it in his hands. Looks like they will. So now I expect, based on what I'm seeing on the minimap, I think Fnatic's going to try to contest. I think they're going to use the kit and caboodle here. Try to take a little bit more control towards the front of A. Here it goes.
Nade out. Minor damage eaten there by Foxy9. Quick TP's away. All right, as Boaster arrives at top rubble and would have gotten line of sight. Smoke coming through, but quick to pivot here are Fnatic. Just making sure they get fanned out across the opposite sides here.
This is already a great adjustment, though. This gives them a lot more map control. And Boaster going to jump up on top of the rocks. Try to keep a good angle through. Foxy9 leading the way. Him and Bane going to try to use some of this util to clear out some of these angles towards B potentially. Rest of DRX now joining. Still have that trademark at the back to watch for the flank. So DRX going to have to come up with another explosive execute. Something this team has been so well known for throughout the years. Look at that.
Entry coming in. Hero, blind spray, able to find one. Foxy9 going to be taken down. Paint Shells to try to hold them back here for now, but the spike still needs to be brought forward. Zerka sends out the boom bot, reveal onto one, but ultimately get cleared. This plant is in. 4v5 for the defense here for DRX to try to hold this site.
Still have the Haunt in the Seas for Hero. Try to clear some space.
This makes Flashback's life a little bit more difficult because he doesn't have that trademark to try to play off of. But Chronicle, I think, just going to be taken down blind. Mako to find a shot. Maybe he had line of sight either way. The push forward instantly dealt with Zerka. Not even getting an opportunity. As a drag across. Flashback has the steady. Finds the kill. But Boaster now, again, the last one alive. Just has to evacuate. Has to save. They keep getting decently close. They keep putting members low, finding kills, but it's just not fast enough. DRX's time buying has been too strong, and now they find themselves with 6-round wins here on the attack.
I mean, it's just phenomenal preparation for DRX in so many different ways. Like, the game plan itself is really good in terms of the big picture strategy, the way they're working the map, the way they're kind of doing these slow pushes all over the place, letting Foxy9 kind of lead the way on contact sometimes. And then if they can get to the plants, like in situations like this, Crossfire is so well set up, so well thought out, and everybody holds their line brilliantly. And all it takes is a Prowler and a Paranoia to clear Dirk off the site. Once again, space going to be contested. Foxy's going to get a little bit of damage. Did he catch that glimpse of Boaster?
Very suspicious of it. Boaster going to be dropping down. The Prowler coming through, and Foxy not sure which way to look. Didn't know where the shot was coming through, well scoped in. Frankly, he's very lucky to get away with his life. And down to 51 HP, but Boaster very much wishing that he had gotten that kill.
Nano up front again, one towards the back. For the delay for Fnatic. But I think they're pretty well suited for this. Not as good as it gets. Let's see if Boaster can hang on against that op.
Right across, Util going to be cleared out. Haunt getting a reveal though. Decent glimpse of the setup here from DRX. For now, we're going to be slowed up. 48 seconds remaining. 3 players at Waterfall. Tap the door again. Spike being brought over towards B. Durka set up. ADS in on a line. It's Mako trying to just keep them interested here at the C site.
30 seconds left.
The back away,
Oh,
lockdown going to be coming through. Yeah, he sends it. And Durka comes away with 2! My God, looks for the third, and he's got it. Goes for the reload. Alfia that is there to back him up. And Fnatic this time are not letting the round get away from them. Chronicle dinked here, but Mako not looking to over-pursue. Knows that they're going to be encroaching. Boaster about to push out here, potentially into that A-lob. It looks like the answer is going to be no. They will back away.
They can get that extra little upgrade. Mako spam through the box. He swings out, no more bullets. Got to back out.
He does back away. And that's going to be Fnatic breaking the win streak here. It was all consecutive from DRX up until this point. Solid rifling from Durka.
Just insane.
Maybe a touch of luck with that second shot, but either way, it is disgusting. As that B site held down by him.
But you love the idea there. Durka's just so ready off that lockdown for them to come B. After that door had been open, he is prepared the whole time and converts off the back of it. There's that nade. Has to be TP'd away from again, but both are taken down. Mako caught him going up on top of the rubble again.
Rushing forward, taking him out.
DRX
okay,
remembered that.
Yeah, he's saying, okay, I'm understanding your tendencies and flashback now, watching for this lurk forward. Not sure if he's going to be ready for it. No.
Oh.
Peeks in, but Alfier wins the fight. No damage taken. Solid counter opening on the opposite side of the map there for Alfier, continuing to deliver. Already 2 charges, closer to that next lockdown here. Third and a half, is able to find it. Boombot leading the way, the push coming through here once again over towards B, but Alfier going to be the first one that they have to try to get through, but is it just going to be a pump fake? Spike still set back. Foxy pushing forward, trying to take some space, and the op shot going to be going wide, whizzing past Durka's hip. Swing around the back, Buzz out into the open, able to dodge that showstopper. The Chronicle now finding the punish on the Bane. Durka getting Buzz, finds his mark all the same. Spike now completely stranded. Mako has the opening, or the ultimate I should say, but there's just no way for him to really pull the trigger on this one. Maybe smoke and see if he can try to TP across the map, but teleports over to the side, and Hero is right there behind him, puts him down. And Fnatic start clawing things back.
It's just great reactions. A great kill again for Durka, who's really starting to heat up. Double digits in the kill column for him now as well. And then a quick blast pack to swing around to completely surround and crunch DRX. And Fnatic ain't missing those. Great ideas there. Great follow-up off the back of Durka's nice play. Really well thought out there, even though you do lose Boaster early. But it's a quick counterpunch from Alpha, who had tucked himself into an unexpected spot. They've been giving up mound control the entire time until then. And it worked a treat.
And because of those rounds, Fnatic have now forced DRX into their own eco position. 3 stingers, headhunter there for Foxy9. And 1 rifle in the hands of Flashback. They do have the showstopper, and it looks like Buzz maybe going to be bringing that out, and he does. Nightfall to try to counter. Showstopper into the smoke, but Bane taken down by the snake bite. The nano onto Mako, and Buzz is only able to find 1. Last man standing, the hero rifle taken out. Foxy9 taken down. Fnatic within touching distance of giving us a 6-6 half. This has been a fantastic run back from them.
No doubt about it. They're starting to really shore up their defenses, especially at the point of attack. And if they give up that space on A, now they've got a lot better answers to shut down DRX right around that orb or just past it. And they made their lives a lot more difficult. And all this util, and they just try to go for it behind Buzz and just walk into the meat grinder. And then it's easy pickings off the back of that fade util for Durka. Once again, look at this mound control. This has been a big difference as well. Them using this util and another missed shot.
Foxy nearly taken down as the Odin spray crashes across. He's down to 6 HP. Came into this one with glass cannon, and he's very lucky to be alive. DRX though, sights set on B for now. As the smoke comes through, the Prowler to check. Pit going to be dropped over on C, basically saying like, yeah, you have to go into this site. You have to go and push in towards Hero, towards Alfier, who've already reinforced these positions. And now DRX realize it's fairly unassailable.
Yeah. This is a good read from Mako and company. Understanding that they don't have good opportunities. Man, Foxy has to be so careful here.
Yeah, close at all to that corner. He is a dead man.
If he took a shot from a KJ turret, he'd be dead.
Paranoia from Boaster. Paranoia matching, but the catch is not there. Buzz landing and Alfier playing it quietly, but Buzz turns back around. Susses it out, finds the kill. Hero able to answer one back as Mako gets eliminated, but now the man advantage going to be there for the side of the RX. Foxy still somehow alive, finally dealt with his Chronicle, arrives. Door is open. And he slams it shut in front of the faces of two players.
Oh, he knew he had to grab the spike. Spammed flashback down to 23 health.
Slow creep into the sprint. They have to make noise. They have to run. The time is just not here on their side. And Chronicle is in position. Buzz scoping through. Wow. Finds the shot. Swaps back over to the Vandal. A 2v2, but HP very much in the favor here of Fnatic.
They're going to spread out. Come from a couple different angles.
DRX have to play this to absolute perfection. They have one snake bite remaining. All util from Buzz sent. Speaking around the sides, Haunt to check. Nothing going to be noted quite just yet. Turns his sights now over towards the defending side. Boaster creeping forward, taking space. Buzz, however, finds the kill. Paint Shell going to be lobbed out. He's on for an ace, but Flashback has the timing, and somehow, some way, DRX are up 7-5 at the half once more.
Unbelievable stuff. Just what a back and forth series. I mean, these two teams playing out of their minds today.
Well, we're going to take a quick little break, take a breath, and then get geared up for the second half of this map.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Alrighty, we are back and about to go into the second half here of Lotus. Fnatic down, but not quite out as they get ready to move over onto the attacking side. But what an insane way to round out the attack from DRX. Rescuing a round that it seemed like they had no business rescuing.
No, I mean, just, it felt like this was going to be tied. That's what I was expecting. Again, the ideas there, the change up for Fnatic to start taking Rubble control really threw DRX off balance. They weren't able to find nearly as much success, and then you just have rounds like that where just individual players step up in big moments and turn rounds on their head. I mean, that decision to kind of hold fire, and you never know, but it is what it is because DRX is able to convert when they're given the opportunity, just like we saw previously.
It's so puzzling as we take a look here at the scoreboard. Right now, Fnatic, 42 kills across the board between all of the players. 35 on the side of DRX. They're below. They're down by 7 eliminations, but up by 2 rounds.
Good math.
And a lot of that has to do with, a lot of that has to do with just those saves having to come through because DRX, when they were having those clean rounds, they were forcing Fnatic out in such decisive fashion. But now DRX are here on the defense. Boombot instantly going to be cleared out, some shots exchanged, and Bane's going to be tagged up. Big push forward, but ultimately nothing else going to be spotted out here.
That's so much control.
But also very good early damage from Fnatic. Bane going to be knocked down to 63.
Look how fast they're going to try to rotate. Trademark right around that corner.
Foxy on the peak. TP's out, but Alpha going to be tagged up. Now down to 45. Fnatic with the poking and prodding. Looks like they're ultimately going to start pivoting back over here towards A.
It's a great decision.
Just Mako with a classic. Has to clear out the haunt. Spots Boaster. Oh no, this is an awkward situation, but Buzz comes to the rescue. Is able to find one. Alfier taking him down with that Sheriff in hand, and Mako able to rotate out.
Push and pull, something Fnatic is so good at. Boaster, so good at on this map. Trying to sell a fake towards the other side, but DRX has held firm on this A site.
Haunt basically tells him that because there's only 23 seconds remaining. Swap of the gun, Alpha still low on HP. Quick check behind the box, and Hero on the swing. Instantly dealing with Bane, finishing him off at flashback here from Connector. The spike is now dropped. 12 seconds remaining as they have to just steamroll their way forward, but Mako once again puts the spike on the floor. And Durga can break things open. DRX will take the opening pistol here in the second half and move up now by 3.
As tricky as Fnatic is trying to be, DRX able to outguess them in the end. Also a nice play here by Foxy9. The very end of that round to swoop in towards Waterfall, come through, and watch the back angle of flashback. I could see Alpha on the map hovering, trying to find that little bit of an angle or see if flashback was going to try to rotate back before he'd get to the angle that the trademark would clip into him. But Foxy9 was just a step ahead and got the kill, and a huge hold on site. Really nice stuff.
My God.
What is that?
But Alfie just swings out and takes Foxy's head off.
Oh my.
And that's now the site open for business as Durka scooping up that outlaw. Is on the hunt, the push out, catching him here with Util in hand. Flashback able to hound him down, nearly loses his life, and as the smoke dissipates, he will. Boaster cleans up that kill, but Buzz, Bane getting one apiece as they arrive and reinforce. Boaster knocked down to 60, the tap of the door. Looks like the final call is going to have to be just maybe remain quiet, hover in these positions, try to catch somebody off guard.
That was insane.
Just trying to keep it on a swivel, but Bane scooping up his fallen comrade's gun. We'll go ahead and put them down.
Can you believe it? I mean, the start to this round again. Fast and furious from Fnatic, trying to just bulldoze their way through, and they get that opening kill. But then flashback goes unaccounted for. Able to find a kill, able to buy a little bit of extra time for the reinforcements of DRX to arrive to bail them out. Goodness me. This has been quite a series.
And it has been. 3 Bulldogs, an Outlaw, and a Sheriff here for DRX. As they go into the bonus. Full Vandals for the side of Fnatic. Durka quick on the entry, jumping forward, does get slowed up. But paint shell sent in towards Connector, goes in on the swing, and Buzz completely blind. Durka, however, cannot re-steady. Pushing forward, and Mako able to collect, and now gets the upgrade on the weapon. Flashback out in the open. Ends up getting taken down. An easy kill set up there from Chronicles. Boaster just goes for the wide swing. Does get punished for it, but Hero is there to clean up the pieces.
Everybody's one tap for this Outlaw. Foxy9 sticks with it. However, likely could just walk through the site and grab another rifle. This is going to be tricky indeed for Foxy9. Have to rely solely on those mechanics to get this done. Also, you have that Nano in the post plant to worry about. Haunt is up for Hero.
I don't know which way he's going to be approaching from. But ultimately, as long as the door doesn't get tapped behind them, they just can keep their sights focused forward here.
An alarm bot and turret too now.
I mean, Alfier, just everything in the kitchen sink. As time starting to dwindle, Foxy having to check every single angle. Drops down, first bullet going to be sent. There's the Nano pop. The creep forward, the tap of the spike. They're trying to shoot through the side, gets a quick scope in, and he cannot get the job done. Bonus conversion cannot come through. Fnatic will be able to win this one out, will be able to fight back, will be able to close that gap, but they are unable to carry over any weapons into the next round.
Yeah, that is extremely costly for Fnatic. A great entry here for Durka. Chronicle, clean as always. And then the Hero swinging in off the back of that wide swing. Foxy9 does what he can, wanted to do as much damage as possible. Tries to see if he can sneak out a defuse, but does that extra piece of damage. Now has an operator. Blast cannon for him. Lost this battle previously. Now he's a little bit of backup. Flashback in the vicinity at least. Now rotating away from this. No early contact from the side of Fnatic to challenge that mound angle. Just an alarm bot put outside. So for Fnatic, seemingly now want to work other parts of the map. Maybe have C as a fallback. Things go really poorly. Actually, they're trying to set up for this crunch through the door. Foxy9 hits a good one.
Finds it. Catches a glimpse there as well on the poster, but has that rendezvous out to safety. Re-hit at the door, 3 players. Out by Mound. Smoke's dissipated. Foxy scoped in. Trained and waiting. Waterfall smoke set up. Foxy gonna be spotted. Enough seen there by Alfier, who's able to collect the kill, and Poster has to drop down. It's quite a bit of damage there on top of the box, but is able to keep his life intact. But Bane finds Alpha Snappy with a headshot to put him down. Man advantage maintained here for the side of DRX as Boaster tries to find some kind of opening, but the Prowler continues to alert. Spike in the meantime being shipped over, and Boaster going to fall. Door now hit. Mako can relay this, but if he intercepts the spike, that could be everything. He will be allowed to pass.
Heard the footsteps. Can wait for the reinforcement. Still has the paranoia, and he gets an opener on the hero. Unbelievable.
Spike carrier killed. Mako just trying to dance away, trying to get out. He cannot, but Buzz is there to capitalize. And the bank is broken open, robbed blind as DRX move up to 10.
Don't any of you forget that.
Every time these two teams have played, it has gone the distance to the third map. But DRX seemingly on the precipice of shutting down Fnatic's Lotus. Still a few more rounds to go. A little bit of frustration for Boaster. No timeouts just yet. It's going to be an eco for the side of Fnatic and a couple big ults as well, but going to be tough to find the opportunity to invest those so you can find some of those opening kills.
Prowler to Hunt. Does identify Boaster there at back rubble. Decent amount of damage onto him as there's the paint shell, and he's absolutely boned. Buzz able to find the kill. This paranoia will send them all packing.
Crazy good combos. Great work.
The ping's still coming down. DRX still wise that they're not necessarily rotating.
Yeah, and then they got the confirmation off the back of the utility to clear with the classics.
Creep up. And Buzz instantly finding 4 on for an ace, and he's got it! Granted, it's against classics, but Buzz accurate as ever. He showed up to play today, and DRX are now 2 steps away from taking down Fnatic and sending them to the lower bracket.
And in the all-time series between these two, it's Fnatic with the edge, 2-1. Go back to 2021 Vision Strikers, right? They beat them in the group stage in the winners. 2022, DRX takes them down in the lower bracket to move on to that 3rd place finals finish. And then last year, it was actually in the same round of the lower bracket, lower round 2, where Fnatic beat DRX the following year. And what's crazy is there's 4 players who are still here from both teams, right? From that first champions to now. And it's Buzz and Mako, the duelist and the controller IGL on DRX, and then Durka and Boaster, the duelist and controller IGL, still on Fnatic as well. What a story between these two squads.
I mean, yeah, we've been talking about it for a very good reason, because these teams are very well versed with one another. But right now, it looks like DRX have just been having the better read. 11-6 as the timeout will expire. Fnatic able to run things back nicely on Abyss to make that a hell of a lot closer. Can they do the same here on Lotus? It's once again going to be a full-ish purchase coming through here. 2 players with half armor, but they still do have those critical big ultimates available.
Well, they've been really willing to play contact off the rip with Foxy9, and I'd say mixed results with that, but they've been making really good decisions off the back of that contact, knowing when to rotate, knowing when to contest, and of course, hitting some great shots along the way.
Foxy having heard the TP, wise to it, but the swing out from Durka is absolutely gorgeous. Takes his head clean off. Now the pickup there on the orb gives him a showstopper. And this potential entry onto the C site is about to hit a hell of a lot more heavily than it would have previously. He does have his own. Slow creep up Boaster here below.
Pops this.
But for now, hasn't popped it. He's just going to go ahead and peek out. But finding two. Rocket goes in. He gets the third from beyond the grave. And it's just the kills. They're from Boaster. And suddenly Alfie is the last man standing in desperation. He's going to be sending out that lockdown. But noted as Alpha continues to deliver for this team. 20, 10, and 2. He has been frying here on Lotus despite the scoreline. He knows that he's cleared the space. Turret set up to watch over towards Waterfall. Double nanos available. Mako contemplating what he wants to do. The tap, the bait. Alpha desperately trying to draw him out into the open, but Mako will go ahead and reveal his position as he clears out the turret. A couple pot shots through the wall to try to get the wall bang hit. Nano's now set up, but Alpha has to survive, and he's still playing a very aggressive angle.
Expecting him to have already pushed forward. Maybe anticipating the smoke TP.
Sends Juan. Trying to deny a potential right side flank, but now that that expires, he's going to have to be a little bit more concerned about it. The second Nano going to be coming through. Smoke used here by Mako. Sets it right in on top of Alpha. And this could end up biting Mako here in the rear. The jump down into the smoke! And somehow he nails it! Alpha doing his damnedest to turn this around, to keep them in this game. But Mako says absolutely not!
The veteran IGL for DRX steps up when it matters most. What an idea. The absolute insanity to go for the jump into the smoke. And I mean, also this insanity to go for the spray first into the showstopper from Buzz. Unbelievable, Mako. Alpha can't believe it. And I can't either.
Yeah, no, I know. It felt like he had it all ready to go. In the meantime, we'll go into what could very well be the last round of this map. Showstopper in play for Durka, jumping forward, able to find Buzz, taking him down immediately as he desperately was just clawing at the door saying, please, let me out.
Good start. Fnatic now. I need to see if they can find ways to snowball off that success. Mako just trying to spam down through the smoke. Seeing if he can find any damage. He has Bane right around the corner. Crossfire set up with flashback through Baby Door. Once again, on his own is Foxy9 with that operator over on the other side. Prowler to check. Gonna force him back.
Backs away, but it still does get the reveal. Sends out the classic. Which may as well tell him, yeah, I've got an operator.
Yeah.
They know who's been playing on this side of the map. And they know how much money DRX has. So ultimately they will back away. Alarm bot going to be set up, but now I mean, just a timing. Nightfall here from Bane. Gets a couple tags. The trails tell all.
That's wild. The info Nightfall from DRX. They just want to make sure that they have that extra layer. Mako.
Oh, catching a timing there on a one, nearly. Mo's down two. Durka eating so much damage, the Nightfall goes out, and Mako once again steps to the both. The shutdown comes in. Mako trades his life, but he trades up. Foxy, the time is just gone. Fnatic, they cannot make it happen. He draws down with the shove with the headhunter. Takes out Chronicle, the reveal is in, and Boaster is eliminated. It's always been 2-1s every time they've met, but today, DRX on home soil will get a 2-0 victory over Fnatic.
The original Kings of Korea do what Genji could not earlier in the day, and they punch their ticket into the playoffs. An insane performance, and they destroy Fnatic on Lotus.
And not since that first time when they played as Vision Strikers versus Fnatic. Not since then does DRX get grouped. It is inevitable. They are once again through to the playoffs. And the form, the resurgence from this team that we have been seeing as of late has been incredible. For Fnatic, they will of course take their bows, but we are far from done with this squad.
No doubt.
They still have another life. They still have another chance.
No doubt about it. This team is fearsome. A lot of people predicting them to go the distance in this event. and I could definitely see it. I'm a believer in this Fnatic squad. I think they will rebound, and I would not want to play them in the next round of this event.
Certainly not. DRX continuing to look better and better. Buzz, what a day from him. Mako as well. Showing us that form that we didn't get to see too much of as he took over the IGLing, but today he was frying. For Foxy, he'll be carried forward here by his teammates, but he did not need carrying in the lobby either.
No doubt about it. He came out hot and really set the tone and the tempo on Lotus, on that chamber. Struggled a little bit on the defender side, but that's okay. The teammates picking him up when they needed to. And this DRX squad, it's unbelievable. I mean, you just felt like something was brewing. The reverse sweep versus Paper X, pushing Gen G to multiple overtimes in the Pacific Grand Finals. But this, to take down Fnatic here and now, they just keep getting better.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll admit, I know we all predicted DRX. That was my heart. My head, it told me Fnatic.
Yes.
And I really thought they were going to have the upper hand coming into this one, but the tenacity put on display by DRX, it's just something else. Something about this team. You get them to that champion stage, and things just really click.
I'm just blown away. Absolutely blown away again. So many awesome moments from everybody on the squad. Great entries from Buzz, the clutches from Bane. Brilliant performance here, and this game plan they had coming into this Lotus, this methodical attacker side and this sturdy defender side to take control of Fnatic's best map.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the steadiness, I will say, from the coaching staff.
Yes.
To not overreact, to wait, to not call those timeouts. It was fantastic. So DRX through the playoffs, and for now, let's go ahead and hear from the man of the hour. We've got Buzz standing by down on stage alongside Jen for a Verizon post-match interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Buzz of DRX! Now, congratulations, Buzz, on that 2-0 against Fnatic. You beat them in your home ground, in front of the home crowd. What does this win mean to you? 버즈 선수 승리 정말 축하드립니다. 홈 팬들 앞에서, 홈 그라운드에서 푸나틱을 상대로 2대0 승리를 거뒀습니다. 속 너무 시원하고 어깨도 훨씬 가벼워질 것 같은데 좀 기분이 어떠세요?
사실 큰 적을 좀 넘어뜨리고 가는 것 같아서 너무 기분이 좋고 일단은 저희가 저번 경기에서 좋지 않은 모습도 많이 보여줬었는데 오늘은 좀 100점 만점에 한 90점 정도의 플레이를 보여줬다고 생각해요. 그래서 사실 너무 기쁘고 스크림 때보다도 더 잘해줘가지고 더할 나위 없이 기쁜 날인 것 같습니다.
I think we took down the Goliath from David and Goliath, and I'm super happy about today's win. I mean, we had some inconsistency when it came to our last match, but today I would give our team 90 out of 100. So it's a good day for me to be able to do this, especially in front of the home crowd. Now, Buzz, you were going insane on both maps. The operator on point too. Some people say maybe this is Buzz's prime. Maybe you've reached your highest peak. Would you agree? 버즈 선수 오늘 너무 좋은 모습을 보여주면서 버즈의 전성기 아니냐, 진짜 최고점을 찍었다라는 평가가 많이 나오고 있거든요. 동의하실까요?
사실 잘은 모르겠는데요. 그냥 스테이지 2 때부터 정말 열심히 노력했는데 그 노력의 결과물이 지금에서야 조금 더 빛을 보는 것 같다고 생각하고 있어서 저 스스로도 너무 뿌듯하고 더 동기부여가 되는 것 같습니다.
I'm not really sure, but I worked really hard in stage 2. I think that hard work is paying dividends right now. So today my performance definitely gives me the motivation to push myself harder and work even harder. Now, Buzz, a 2-0 against Fnatic, that's a pleasant surprise. But speaking of surprise, Foxy9 on the chamber. Tell us all about it. 2대0으로 푸나틱을 꺾은 것도 놀라운데 폭시9 선수가 체인버를 잡았습니다. 설명 부탁드릴게요.
일단은 조합의 변화를 조금 느꼈었고 그치만 이제 거기서 플래시백 선수의 바이퍼도 좋고 아무래도 폭시9 선수가 전에 듀얼리스트와 그런 거를 좀 병행하면서 했다 보니까 아무래도 그 사람을 죽이는 그 암살의 DNA가 많이 남아있다고 생각해가지고 잘 할 수 있겠다라고 생각했는데 그 결과물이 너무 잘 좋게 나온 것 같습니다.
알겠습니다. Well, there was indeed a little bit of a calm change up for us on Lotus, but we thought Flashback's Viper looked really strong, and Foxy9 used to play the duelist when he was flexing around other agents as well. So we did think that there was that killer instinct left in him. So we enabled that, activate that a little bit, and you know, the results were really good, and I'm super, super happy with our Lotus today. Now, Buzz, we have Crew, Bilibili, Fnatic left in your group. Who else is going to make it to the playoffs? 그러면 남은 세 팀 중에 플레이오프에 가는 팀은 누가 될까요?
아무래도 여러분들이 다 예상하시는 푸나틱일 것 같습니다. 아무래도 조금 아직 적응을 조금 덜한 것 같고 푸나틱이 사실 이것보다 더 강한 팀이라고 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 무조건 올라올 거라 생각하고 있고 저희도 더 노력할 것입니다. 예.
I think it's safe to say Fnatic. I mean, they played really well today, but I think they're a super strong team. They just need more time to adjust to the new environment. I think they will make it out of groups 100%, but we will keep our guards up and try our best to prep for the playoffs as well. Now, Buzz, anything you want to say to the fans?
와주신 분들 또 그리고 이제 온라인으로 시청해주시는 팬분들 다 응원해주셔서 너무 감사하고 솔직하게 말씀드리면 뭐 다들 예상 밖의 결과라고 생각하셨을 텐데 그래도 저희가 잘 증명했다고 생각해서 너무 뿌듯하고 앞으로 더 좋은 결과 낼 수 있도록 저희가 더 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you everyone for showing up and supporting us at home as well. Now, most people might say this is an upset, us beating Fnatic, but I'm really, really proud of my teammates for being able to prove ourselves once again. So thank you everyone, and we will deliver our best game. So on in the future as well. That was Buzz. Everybody give it up for Buzz! 네, 이렇게 해서 버즈 선수 만나봤고요. 저희는 내일 다시 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for that, Jen. And look, Amy, he may be humble on the stage, but he's a demon in the server. Buzz was electric this series against Fnatic, and the proof is in the numbers right there. I mean, Mimi, this guy was absolutely popping off.
Buzz is so back. The last time we saw him on a global stage was Champions last year. He and DRX have had that gap in performance at international events, but he is back. And I mean, he was utterly fantastic this series. His offing, so impactful on map 1, and the form kept up on Lotus as well.
He had such a great read on the game too. In a lot of these spots, he's getting pressured. He's reading the pressure really well.
Yeah.
And then he's still being able to survive inside of it and deliver kills.
Yeah, on map 1 too. His mid-aggression, I think how much he varied where he was playing on map was really important. His anchoring as well on that B site. Absolutely excellent from this guy.
You could definitely say that we're buzzing.
No,
I wouldn't say that.
No, we couldn't. No, we couldn't. Shut the mouth, bald man. He's sick. I mean, Buzz.
Bald
so
man
awesome.
says to another bald.
It's bold on bold crime. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. We allow it. But no, I mean, he really was
that
just unbelievable.
kill was disgusting.
I mean, so many moments that he was just delivering time and time again for them. And you would think that, like, you know, I mean, Buzz has had a lot of ups and downs in his career, right? But to see him have this resurgence alongside this new look for DRX, I think has just been unbelievable.
And it's actually not been that long of a resurgence from Buzz. If he can hone it in this tournament, that'll be amazing. But he kind of peaked towards the end of the Pacific playoffs, and he's ridden that wave to superb effect.
Yeah.
This was an upset today. He talked about it. A lot of people are going to see this as an upset. Unless DRX continue to build from this, and do further and further big things, I think it's still fair to call this an upset.
Sure.
But we saw 2 huge upsets today, and that's how tournaments go.
But we're going to beat this to death. Valorant is a game about peaking at the right time, and I think DRX are finding their peak at the perfect time. This is some of the best Valorant we have seen this team play in a very, very long time. They debuted a new comp today that looked rehearsed, that looked good. I think you saw some of the value from Foxy on the chamber, and they also looked excellent on map 1. They are performing when it matters in front of their home crowd, which is huge for this team.
Yeah, you know, just to take it back to something that Achilles and Paperton were talking about before they tossed to the interview, they were saying how, like, you know, you kind of look at the track of like what DRX were doing in Pacific, like leading up to this, and it's like you kind of start to see the building blocks beginning to form, and like this momentum, this swing that they're feeling here, this win against Fnatic, it is a little bit of an upset, obviously, but it is very impressive how they've been able to pull this off. But let's actually go ahead and take a look once again at the pick'ems powered by AWS, because again, I like this because it kind of shows you where the community's leaning, and the community definitely leaned heavy on Fnatic. And don't get me wrong, Fnatic's still very capable of being able to make it out of their group, but DRX certainly was a little lower in that count there.
Yeah, both the teams who lost today expected to be the #1 seed out of their group by over 80% of the people voting in those pick'ems.
And not just that, that's the first time that Fnatic have lost a match with Hero in. They've just broken what would have been a 10-match win streak with Hero in the lineup. You've also had EMEA's #1 seed lost to Pacific's #2, but Pacific's #1 seed lost to EMEA's #3. So everything's topsy-turvy. It's not just that one region is better than the other. It's that variability that you get when you play matches at LAN. If everything just came down to whoever was expected to win won, why would we even bother playing the tournament? You could just come in and predict the bracket and like, all right, well, then we'll just give the trophy to Gen G. That's the reason that you play.
I mean, Mimi did say that after map 1, though.
And I'm still down, I'm not gonna lie. Seems like a good story, you know? 2 trophies back-to-back in front of the home crowd. I think it'd be sick.
I'm just glad that DRX are handing around these handy little fans over here, making me all hot and bothered with how they're playing.
Well, I mean, they were losing a lot of fans after Gen G were winning. You know, they were going down in Korea, and now they're getting them back.
Yeah, they're getting the stocks back up, baby. It's looking good. All right, folks. Well, with day 5 wrapping up, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket where we are in this bad boy, because we have plenty of matches left to go, but we have locked in a few.
My God.
DRX and Heretics.
Group B is the deathiest group of death that is ever death. Sentinels has to play against FPX. Both those teams, I think, have massive potential. FPX honestly looked great in their game against Team Heretics. I think even more so in the context of how well Heretics played today. And then the winner of that's reward is to play Gen G.
Now, a reminder that Gen G have made it to every possible grand finals this year. In any tournament they've played in, they've made top 2 minimum. If they get group.
Don't do that. Why you do that?
If they get
Pero why? Why do that?
I'm thinking about Shanghai. I'm thinking about the home crowd debuff.
No,
they beat all the Chinese teams in Shanghai. Now China's coming to Seoul.
Why are you putting that evil out there? Why are you putting that evil out there, Dr. Evil? What's wrong with you? Okay? $1 million.
I'm just feeling it, you know? There's something in the air.
It's the mustache. That's what it is.
Humidity.
The 90% humidity, 70% of that is evil.
Yeah, you can definitely see it in our glossy scalps. In any case, though, we got plenty more coming at you. You got one, too? Let's go ahead and take a look at Group C and
My scalp is not exposed.
You got Leviathan versus Trace, which
and on paper, you would think that that's going to be a quick game.
Yes.
But we've seen some upsets
I don't want to count out Trace.
I'm not good in their first game. I mean, debut match, you get your first ever win on the global stage. Don't count them out.
And then G2, EDG. Oh, man.
I
put it in here.
Yeah, I do feel.
You think that's going to be a banger?
I don't think.
I think it is.
I think G2's going to.
Listen here. Look at this gut. Look at this gut. All right? I have always believed my gut.
Unfortunately, I'm looking.
And this gut tells me it's going to be a banger.
I don't believe your gut.
You don't believe this gut?
And I don't believe in the board of certifications. I'm very anti-authority in that sense.
That's perfectly fine. But look, I'm just saying, I think it has a lot of potential.
I'm not writing any game off at this point.
No, you really
But I'm not writing any game on.
Okay.
Every game is a quick 2-0
just say the opposite
until
of
proven
whatever.
otherwise.
I'm
not just saying the opposite. I'm speaking fact.
I love you guys. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us here today. What a day it has been. Heretics goes in on the first seed, taking out Gen G.
Can we fire this guy now that the day's done?
Yeah, I mean, don't do that and pick up the Red Bull can. Come on. Okay, folks.
Don't hurt him.
That's going to do it for us. We got plenty more matches tomorrow. No, Wayne Man. Well, say hold you. See you next time, everyone. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's the run back of the Shanghai Masters final. Gen G taking on Team Heretics. And even though there is respect across that stage for both of the squads, when you're in that server, you got to put all that aside. It's all about picking up the win and locking up that first seed.
But they've still got 4 to fight. K-Texture already spotted, but he's going ham! 3 already! Karen takes away the ace possibility, and again, he'll be denied the 5th. But Gen G win the round, and I guess that's all that matters.
Texture this time there with the opener. Karen does go down though, again.
Ult by Meteor to grab the info, and he sees them. Grabs back site control. They've already floated back in through the choke point. Now they just have to fight on the sides, and the drop from Lakia, it buys enough space. The kills swinging either way, but with Boo on 20 HP, it's down to Munchkin again! But this time, it's Heretics coming out on top.
Oh my god!
Here it comes, the big play. The spray is good. Mini Boo dropped immediately, and the spray from Munchkin, good. Good job, he's got that rifle, and Meteor spearheading this push. Now a 1 versus 4.
They've used the divide.
To try to spray, but he can't with the Cosmic Divide. They get it across the line at the last second, 13-11 on Heretics map pick. Tug. And Mini Boo's backing up the fight inside the door. The season absolutely perfect. And Woot, he can't get himself out of there in time. 3 kills already under his belt. Perhaps offered Meteor a chance to isolate the fight, and he connects the shot. Lockdown now in play, and it's Benji Fishy needing the clutch to keep the stream alive. And Heretics got themselves a 3rd map here. An impressive comeback into Lotus. They've taken Gen G down, something they couldn't do on Shanghai on this map. Secondary location chosen. Mini Boo out of the ult and catching Karen on the fallback. Flash around the left side. Meteor's done well to keep this one competitive. His 3rd already under his belt, and still challenged the 4th and denied the 5th. It's Woot. Only Munchkin between him and a round victory.
Get right up in his face. Go for that final shot! And it's perfect.
Bang! Let's go!
An impressive comeback in the series, in the map, and Benji Fishy to close it. 13-10, 2-1. Everyone expected Gen G to be the ones taking this across the line, but somehow Los Niños have gotten it done.
2 prolific teams in the history of Valorant facing off against one another on the champion stage yet again. DRX versus Fnatic always brings it.
Pushing forward though, Foxy and Bane, 2-man firing squad. We'll find 1 apiece here before Bane gets taken down. The flash is gorgeous in the back of the site, and that is going to be the swing through to go ahead and bring us to parity. You know, there's nothing to really clear this one out unless Buzz gets on a deep enough line. But now Buzz is out into the open, he's got nowhere to go but down. Right on the one side, the smoke. A bit of a question mark there. Waiting patiently, here's the retap, knows that it's up to half. Swings back in and cannot make it happen. Narrow margins. The Fnatic will tie us up. Flash at the ready to pull out. Foxy, wise to it, snaps over, finds a headshot. Diffuse! It's coming in, but Buzz finds a headshot through the smoke to deny it away. Fnatic, a whisper away from taking us into overtime, but Buzz had had enough. The back away, lockdown gonna be coming through. Yeah, he sends it. And Durka comes away with 2! My God, looks for the 3rd, and he's got it! And that's going to be Fnatic breaking the win streak here. Creep up. And Buzz instantly finding 4 on 4 and ace, and he's got it!
Let's go!
It's always been 2-1s every time they've met, but today, DRX on home soil will get a 2-0 victory over Fnatic.
The original Kings of Korea do what Gen G could not earlier in the day, and they punch their ticket into the playoffs.
I told you they were going to give me the headache.
Tex is getting a jump scare.
Gotta make sure he's on here. This guy smacked me so hard, he missed my head, hit me in the ear. I had lost my hearing for like a minute. Do not give this kid a hammer. You guys crazy? No hammers.
You're hitting him? No, not me, bro. I need this brain, bro.
But I said that.
Oh, it's not that bad. Hey, it's not that bad. It's not. Imagine.